Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Mega Man X2 playthrough. We are officially in the end game, so yeah, let's do it. We're going to the X Hunter stages. Now, much like the end game, usually when it comes to Mega Man titles, the final section is kind of a random hodgepodge of all the different enemies and obstacles you face throughout the game. So, you know, kind of a comprehensive test of everything you've learned, I guess you could say. I am using a password to load back here. I don't think I have all the same lives and resources that I had, like I would have had at the end of the last video, but really I just emptied my sub-tanks more than anything, which does suck, not gonna lie, because I love having my sub-tanks full, but it is what it is. These sections right here are kind of irritating, not gonna lie. Because those things are gonna try to squash you. And then this one right here is really irritating. Okay, made it through that. Thankfully, though, at the very beginning of this stage, you get that extra life, so, I mean, you do have that to kind of fall back on if you absolutely need it. Which is something. I do love that all these guys are giving me the health packs, though. I'd love to see that. Especially that guy. Also, I believe right here, there's actually two different ways you can go. You can fall down the pits and go that route, or you can go the high routes. There's not really that much different between the two routes. If anything, I actually prefer the lower route because of something you can acquire over here. Okay, cool, yeah, filling up that sub-tank, you'll love to see it. This section kind of sucks, though. That's the only negative of this, is that you have to kind of go up this wall of doom. Then you have another one of these walls. Ah, come on. Well, at least I can fill up that sub-tank a little more, I guess. I guess one thing you can also do, if you don't like going that vertical shaft route that looks incredibly dangerous to your health, you can always just grab the things over here and then just go back and go the other route, but I don't know, I feel like if you're gonna do this, you might as well just climb up this as well. Besides, you could potentially get health drops from these guys. Nope. Okay, let's try this again. Stay on the left side. When you get here, go to this side. There we go. See, that was a lot better. Don't like that I took damage at that part, but whatever. So, the weakness for this boss is Bubble. And since this is an X Hunter stage, you can probably figure out who it is, because we're going to have a little rematch with Violen. The difference is, obviously, the arena's different. You have a little more you're contending with. God, how does it... I disagree that he could have figured that out, honestly. Oh, thank God. What? How could he have overloaded my circuits? Arrgh! What did he make me turn into a pirate? Good question, Violen. Good question. So yeah, there we go. First stage completed. Whew! Not a bad start. Only died once, and again, it wasn't a major death because I gotta salvage the extra life that I lost in the process, so... Not a big deal. Let's move on to stage number 2. This stage is a little more complicated and slow. And, yep, there's water involved. I will say it right now, this stage is the perfect reason for why you're going to want to pick up the air dash. Technically it is optional, But after this stage, you're probably never going to want to make it optional ever again. Because yes, we have to do stuff like this. There it is. What? I did not dash off of that. I did not dash off of that. That's, the dangers of double tapping sometimes. Double tapping on your control stick. It's Slim. It's the SNES game. Why are you using a control stick? Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the game feels better with a stick, even... You don't have to, like, press down all the time, you know? I will say, though, this part is kind of unhinged with the spikes to begin with. Okay. So one thing you can do up here for the fire obstacles, like, they mean for you to, like, hug the edges and wall jump off of them. You can also just take the damage. It's not ideal because, again, it's taking damage, but I feel like it's safe, honestly. And then for this part, you actually need to use this. I think you can also just use Speed Burner. And just make that jump anyway, but... Careful. And then over here... I'm not even sure if this is makeable, if I'm being honest. It's hard to tell just because it's a very wide gap, but there is a 1-up at the very end of it. It's up to you on whether or not that's worth it or not, though. Is this the end? Okay, this stage is not as long as I remember it. So, one thing I might recommend for this one... You know, this move that we've not really shown off, or I think I showed it off once accidentally. This is actually a good boss fight for it. Actually, okay, you know what? I want to do this first, actually. I'm going to wait to use that, and use that if I lose a life, because I'm not at full health, and I just want to make sure I'm not screwing myself over here. Because, yeah, here's Serges again. And, yeah, this boss fight looks absolutely hellish, doesn't it? What is the weakness for this again? I'll just use Buster, I don't remember. Essentially, though, you're going to be trying to destroy all these cannons. And then, like, whenever you destroy one of them, you'll get closer, and then, like, the others will still be firing at you. But there is definitely an easier way to do this. Because you can also take this weapon, which is the crash, or the crash thing that you got in that one area. The extra X part, or whatever. And you can just use this to automatically jump into the next phase. But, for this next part, and this is actually a little fun trick you can do, it's Sonic Slicer. Why is he not using it? There we go. You have to do like a weird, like, almost kind of like movement when you activate this. That or I'm not getting something. But yeah, I always just do this. It's a very easy way to reduce damage, since some of those projectiles will hit you, but not all of them.
This is impossible! The prophecy must be fulfilled!
Prophecy? I didn't hear no thing about no prophecy. You're weird. Stop talking. Okay. So second stage is down. Let us move on to the next one. Go ahead and save as well. For the last X-Hunter, Agile. Now, I know I haven't really talked about hidden items yet. That is because there are no hidden items until this stage. So, yeah, we'll actually get some hidden items here. The last one in the game. I don't know if, like, you need anything in particular, or if you need 100% or something. I don't know if there's any, like, longer requirement like that. I don't think there is. How do I get those again? No, I don't get them. I don't remember how to get those. Oh, duh. The chain. Or maybe not. Oh. Maybe. The item tracer. Never mind. Okay, well. I made myself look ridiculous right there. Okay. For some reason, they decided to borrow this mechanic from Donkey Kong Land 1. They'd borrow. I can't believe anyone would borrow the worst thing in Donkey Kong Land 1 for a something like this. But here we are. I believe right here you can use S-Burner. Grab all these, and I do recommend getting those because that's a good bit of your sub-tanks filled. Thank God you don't have to ride that all the way up here. Never mind. Well, I could probably also use the crystal weapon. Aha! See, I'm right where I want to be with those two. I've filled up enough to... Oh, do I need to go up here? I think I do. That! Ah, damn it. And they even given me more tanks to use to fill up. Okay, so this part right here kind of sucks. You will have to use the S-Burner again. Out of that. Rude. And yeah, you have to go this way if you want to get the upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Lower path has a much easier thing, but obviously this is greater. And at least they give you a 1-up every single time you attempt this. Which, you know, I gotta admit, I have liked that aspect of this game. I guess I could have also just used the Crystal Hunter there. Really, game? We're really gonna do this now? Okay, last part of this. Fortunately, this part kind of sucks too, but... Woo! Okay. Right here. At this part right here. Hug the left wall and keep hugging it. Like, literally press left on the D-pad or control stick. Secrets. What? There we go. I'll explain in a second. Wow, you are so cool. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Step inside for a special surprise. Sure, you can. So yes, that is the Shoryuken. So basically, the Shoryuken is a... Well, the Shoryuken itself is a move in Street Fighter that Ryu can do. Ryu and Ken, for that matter. much like the Hadoken in Mega Man X1. Yeah, this is a secret move that you can unlock if you find this very secret capsule. Now, earlier I said that I don't think there was like any additional requirements aside from just getting here. No, you do need to basically have everything. And in addition to that, you also need to be at full health when you enter this room. I was literally like one piece of health away from being full health. So that was the reason why that didn't show. So, I think to do it, you just... It's like kind of hard to explain how to do. Basically, it's like you hit over, down, over, down, and then diagonal in between them. Kind of a weird little maneuver to do, but much like the Hadoken in Mega Man X, this move is super powerful. It does have the capabilities of pretty much destroying, not all, but most bosses, I think, in one hit, if you can land it perfectly. That's the thing, though. You do have to kind of land it perfectly, so keep that in mind. Do I think I have to go this way still? But yeah, you do have to have like all the other upgrades and stuff too. So that was a requirement. I thought it was, but I wasn't entirely sure. Oh, you also have to be at full health in order to use the Shoryuken, which I'm not right now, so obviously I won't be able to use it for this fight in particular. But, yeah, we're going to be facing off against Agile. His weakness is the mines. Oh, come on! I literally just barely fell into that pit there. Actually, I could try the... Ah, damn it! Well, can't now. I went right through him, but I got him like when he was invincible. So that was obviously a... Come on! It's always the instant kill traps that get me. I told you guys I hate fighting game inputs. No, this cannot be. Master, avenge me. Master? Who's your master? Who's your daddy? I don't have a daddy. God. Let's not go there. Okay, well, that stage is finally over. But hey, I at least have, like, a lot of... I have all my sub-tanks filled now. Not because it took that many tries, although it did take me a lot of tries to freaking get that dumb jump right, but if you go to the left after you get to that respawn point, like before that tricky, like, fire dash or whatever, if you go to left, there's like 2 other full, like, health tanks right there, so you can also use those to restock, so I was getting basically 4 of those every time I retried that, so that really filled things up pretty quickly. Hey guys, SlimKirby here. Before I end this video, there is something I want to highlight and talk about very quickly because, well, funnily enough, it is actually kind of related to, you know, what I was just kind of talking about in the at the end of this video. But also, it's something that I was familiar with, but I just kind of forgot about it as I was, you know, playing through this game. And after looking at a comment in the video comments, I decided to just very quickly address this because it wasn't too hard to, you know, show this off as a result. But basically, what I was kind of talking about was places where you could refill your sub-tanks if, like, you know, you want to, you know, fill those up, especially before going to the end game here, because, you know, you had ways you could do that in the original Mega Man X game. You had the bats in Armadillo's level, and then also even just the final Sigma stage was a good way to do that, because the giant vertical shaft, you just respawn enemies and just farm for a long amount of time. But for here in this game, there's not really a super great place to farm. I mean, I'm sure you could probably think of a few places if you've played this game enough, but in some of the levels, you might find like little pockets or areas like this, which they kind of seemingly like they have nothing really here. But if you actually have Morph Moth's weapon, which is the Silk Shots, if you charge it up, yeah, you can just bring in a whole bunch of energy refills. And essentially, yeah, you can just do that to farm up your energy and fill up your sub-tanks. As you can see, like, I had 0 and I'm already up to 3 sub-tanks filled. So yeah, this is another way you can do this. You can also find a section like this in a Bubble Crab stage, as well as Crystal Snails, and there might be other stages too, but again, I don't know this game that well, so I don't know, I'm not familiar with all of them, if there are, or if there is a place like this in every level. But yeah, I did want to thank the YouTube user Indigo Peach for pointing that out. This is not something I do very often, but I did want to highlight that just because it was something I did admittedly forget about, and again, I actually had time to actually record something quickly to show this off. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and I'll see you guys next time for the finale of Mega Man X2. See you guys then.